Good morning, Knights.
I'm your host, Tristan Holber.
And I'm your co-host, Carter Moore.
Carter, how you been doing, man?
I've been doing pretty good. How about you?
That's good to hear. I've been doing pretty good myself. One reason I have been doing pretty good is because of the weather. It's been pretty consistent and good.
I would have to agree. It's been pretty solid this week. Now let's over to Donald with more specifics about the weather.
It's time to get weather the one and only way with Don the Weatherman.
Hey Vanguard, it's Don, your weatherman, back reporting your weather this week. Today is looking like this. A high of 78, a low of 51, and sunny all day long. Some crisp, cool temperatures after that rain from yesterday. This weekend is going to also be sunny with a high of 85 and a low of 61. Also, some pretty warm temperatures as it's going to warm up more as you go into next week. But as I said, sunny and no rains to be expected. Next week is going to be a high of 90 on Thursday, our first 90 of the year. Yay. And a low of 51. So some cooler temperatures in the weekend, but definitely a lot warmer as those temperatures begin to warm up as we get more into spring. Well, Knights, it's been Don, your weatherman, reporting for Nightlife. See you next week.
Carter, do you like grilled cheeses?
I love grilled cheese, as a matter of fact. Why do you ask?
Because today's National Day is National Grilled Cheese Day. Let's kick it over to Matthew to talk about grilled cheese.
This Friday, April 12th, is National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day. It turns out this was invented by the American Navy during World War II when they were at sea. I'm not a big fan of grilled cheese, but it's good to have every once in a while with a tomato soup. Yeah.
Hey, Senior Knights! As some of you may know, prom is in less than a few days. So I'm here to tell you all on the requirements that you need to purchase a ticket. First, your GPA needs to be a 2.0. You have to be debt-free. You have to have less than 10 in school and outside suspension. And then lastly, have 15 days of unexcused absences. Now, if you met all of those requirements, you can purchase your tickets on Skyward and then have the time of your life at prom. With that being said, I'll see you guys next week on how you can bring in another guest from another school or an underclassman.
Thank you for the National Day, Matthew.
Now, Tristan, did you hear about the fire at the International Falls Band Show?
I did. Hasn't it been up since like the 1940s?
Yeah, it has. Now let's throw it over to Nathan with the international, national, and local news.
Hey there, Knights. This is Nathan Smith to check you up on some recent news. Internationally, Vanguard, a fire broke out last Sunday at the International Falls Band Shell. Officials say it took firefighters 5 hours to put out. The band shell has been around since the 1940s. And nationally, Vanguard, a country music artist, Morgan Wallen, was arrested Monday for allegedly throwing a chair off of a 6-story building. No further information is being said. And locally, Vanguard, this Saturday at the Citizen Circle, there will be an annual April Flower Power Craft Fair. Be sure to come out and see. That's all I have for you today. Now back to our anchors.
On September 17, 1787, and sent to the states for ratification. It gave to Congress certain limited and enumerated powers. Among them were the powers to provide for the common defense and to regulate commerce among the several states. The states reserved most other powers. Importantly, the delegates in Philadelphia created a federal government by the Constitution, not a national government. Article 7 of the Constitution stated that the ratification of the Constitution of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states so ratifying the same. Some framers of the Constitution understood the document to be
Thank you for the news, Nathan.
Carter, have you been liking our cereal tournament?
I have. I've been loving the cereal tournament. Last week was Apple Jacks and Lucky Charms.
And this week is going to be Fruity Pebbles and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's head over to Mario for the this or that.
Hey Vanguard, my name is Mario Durant, your host to the This or That cereal tournament. Last week, Lucky Charms won, and that means it gets to move on to the next bracket. This week's competitors are Fruity Pebbles and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's see which comes out on top. Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Fruity Pebbles.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon. Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Fruity Pebbles. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. Well, Knights, Fruity Pebbles won by a 1-vote difference. That means it will be the next one to move on to the next bracket. Next week in the semifinals will be Captain Crunch versus Lucky Charms. Stay tuned for the next week of the This or That cereal tournament.
Thank you, Mario, for the This or That.
Now, Tristan, which one do you prefer?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No way, I prefer Cinnamon Toast Crunch too.
Really?
Yeah,
It's like you
no,
copied me.
unfortunately, this is the end of this week's segment of Nightlife. But do not fret, we'll be back next week. And remember, go Knights!